your hip hop career is very interesting because, you started out. Your first project was with Jacker, right? Well, I guess you dropped some stuff on your own, but your first
No, the
collab
first
project.
album I did was with Equipto.
Equipped. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But then
And
you
then
did
it
an
was
album with
Jacka.
Jacker.
Yeah, rest in peace to the Jack.
Rest in peace, Jacker. Very very sad story, man.
Yeah,
I was
man.
I was cool with him as well. And
That's my brother, man. I miss that guy a lot.
me too, me too. And you know what's interesting, and I kind of just want to bring this up because I read an interview that you did when you first did your album with Jacker. The reception was so bad that they actually released a version of it with your verses gone.
Yeah, thank you. You did me a big favor when they did that. Look, that's the thing is, I don't know if you ever heard of a site called sickness.net.
Yeah.
If you could survive on the sickness, then you're good in the world because those people were brutal back in the days. They did a lot of album covers with, making fun of my shit. They did a Jacka version, only version, but the beats were so fucking good that people didn't give a fuck. They went and looked for the real thing because you only hear clips and little snippets. That production was so solid, and I've always been blessed to have production. Shout out to my brother Cosmo. He's been an in-house producer for me this whole time. And when people heard Jacka on them beats, they were so juiced. I got a really good ear for beats, and I feel like that's one of my biggest strengths. They went and downloaded that shit and found that shit and bought that shit. Actually, that album was number one in Rasputin's and Amoeba, and it hit Billboard charts on rap and all genres. And I mean, that was back in fucking 2008. You know what I mean? 2008. So thank you for taking my verses off because it only made people want to hear it more.
Yeah, man. And I bring it up because it just shows
The growth,
the hustle and the grind and like a lot of people would have been like, yo, I can't take this. I'm just going to quit. People obviously ain't fucking with me.
I watched a
I'm gonna go
movie
do
called The
something else.
Founder with Michael Keaton, and it's about the McDonald's story. And none of us wants to get fucking played like he played them, but he said something at the end of the movie. He said, persistence is everything. Be persistent. And that's just the truth. I mean, my boy invested in me a while back. Rest in peace to my partner, Phil, Mr. Nice. He invested in me back, and he's like, motherfucker, you are great at trapping. And I love you selling weed because, God damn it, I'm going to take it all. But you're never going to stop on that music. And that's why I'm going to put some money behind you because at the end of the day, I know for sure you ain't going to stop. And somebody that doesn't stop will win. He's like, I don't know what you see because I don't, it's cool. You cool, but I like you more in the trap. I said, nah, you know what? I don't even really want the money, man. I'll put my own money up. Just show me that love and bring me around. Like, let me come to Atlanta. Let me come to Houston. Let me get around. Bring me around artists. Introduce me. Let me use your network. And he showed me all his love and put his time and energy to help me build myself. And to me, that was everything, bro. I never gave up, man. I still haven't given up. I mean, I'm this far, 31 albums in, been working since 2007. I never had a big hit. But maybe that's my blessing. I've continued to grow. Every album streams better. It gets bigger. The quality of music gets better. So I'm doing something right. I'm going to keep rocking.
Right. I mean, because I think, was this on 20 Lighters?
20
20
Lights?
Lights?
Yeah.
20 Lights, yeah. Because that broke the charts. It hit like 95 on the charts.
Yeah, every album I think I've dropped except one has hit Billboard charts.
Yeah.
And the last like 5 or 6, it hit number 1 on iTunes. The last one I just dropped hit number 2 on iTunes, number 3 all genres of music, number 35 on Apple Music on hip hop. Fucking how much music's on Apple Music? You know what I'm saying? It hit number like 45 in all genres of music. The album's on Billboard right now on three different positions. So I got a cool fan base, and I'm catering to a lane that no one else is catering to, and that's just real ride, get high, struggle music, because not everyone's telling the real stories of the dope game.
Yeah. I mean, you compared yourself to Pusha T.
And that's a high comparison. And what I meant by that was I'm not at Pusha's level. I never put myself, Pusha's right here, I'm right here, but we compare we're similar in a certain way where we own our lane. We're not worried about changing our sounds. We talk to the same audience. And that's why the collab with Pusha T to me was so dope. And he gave me one of the best verses I've ever heard in my life on that record. And Conway's feature on that record as well. It's called Loose Lips. But, Pusha stays true to himself. He ain't worried about that other shit. He knows he owns his lane. And that's my inspiration. I'm like, man, I don't need to worry about changing my sound up or the way I dress. I'm old school Bay Area with it, man. You see what it is, man. I ain't worried about, the tiny jackets and all this shit like that and dressing feminine or anything like that. I do me, man. And this is my lane, and people really, they respect it and they fuck with it. So I'm gonna keep rocking, bro.